Not Sky Talk, I'm going to be doing the player ratings after our goalless draw to Dagenham Redbridge at Victoria Road. Initially, it was a bit of a disappointing feeling because I personally was going to this game thinking that we were really going to go and get a bit of a statement win after the performance on Friday night against Wealdstone. Obviously, it didn't turn out that way. In terms of performance, it was a very good first half. Almost the first half where you feel like we need to start capitalising a little bit when we're on top, because let's just say the first half an hour, the intensity that not shown was fantastic. Really, we just needed that final product. One player that really shone for me tonight was Ruben Rodriguez. He was making things happen, very creative, and he did have one or two decent shots. But less of that. I will go on to my player ratings. So Slocum, clean sheet. He's not had tons to do. I can't really remember him pulling off a save, but he has commanded his area very well. There were times when the striker was in behind and he's come out and sort of claimed it, cleared it, so he was really good. So I'm going to give him an 8. Very, very good performance from him tonight, I think. Right back, go Kelly Evans. I'm gonna say I think Kelly Evans has done a better job than Brindley attacking. Defensively, he was sound. Going forward, he was linking up play very well. And then in the first half, some of the one-touch football Notts are playing, he was sort of the centrepiece to, and I thought he played really well and he was pivotal. So I'm going to give him a 7. There was a few moments where I feel like he could have done a little bit better going forward, but massive for me, a big improvement on Brindley in terms of attacking football. Now Rawlinson and Turner were fantastic tonight, I thought. When you look at Turner's performances, I feel like they've gradually got better, and tonight's probably his best performance, because Dagenham didn't really get a look in. Our back two were just solid. Rawlinson, they were clearing it, they were on everything. So I'm going to give them both an 8 as well, because like I say, clean sheet. We made it very, very difficult for Dagenham tonight, and we pretty much defended them out of the game, I think. Left back, Chickson. Nice to see him in the squad. He's coming back after marking Mahrez after, I don't know if you saw it, but Mahrez did actually score a great goal when Chickson was man marking him, but we won't talk about that. Tonight though, he was making some good space, made some good runs. In terms of impact on the game, he's not had a huge impact. A lot of the football seems to be worked from the right, I think. So I'd like to see more from him, a little bit more from him. So for that reason, I'm going to give him a 6.5, because he's not had really much of an impact on the game. So yeah, for me the shape tonight was 4-2-3-1, as it was against Wealdstone on Friday. So screening the defence, you've got Reeves and Doyle. Reeves, that shot, bounced off the bar. He was sort of jumping off the sofa. You're thinking he scored. Solid performance. His energy levels are second to none, and he's running everywhere. He's covering the wing. He's also covering the back. He allows the fullbacks to get forward and drops back at the right time. Really good performance from him tonight, I thought. I think the midfield in Doyle and Reeves made it very difficult for Dagenham to get any sort of passages of play together. So I'm going to give him an 8. And Doyle, I'm going to give a 7. Not had a huge sort of impact on the game, but like I was saying about Reeves, that midfield were just so packed out and made life absolute hell really for Dagenham. But yeah, moving up, I will go on to Enzio. I thought Enzio was really good tonight. He's done some good crossing. He's tracking back as well. There was times where they were using the wings, and he was there covering. So it's good to see that from Enzio, because he has sort of added that to his game fairly recently, and I think it was a good performance from him tonight. I'm gonna give him a 7. So, yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. On to Eli Sam. Not one of his best performances, but he was making it happen alongside Rodriguez. He was creative. He's so strong and quick. I mean, you would not fancy coming up against him in a race, and you wouldn't fancy, trying to get the ball off him when he's shielding it. He's so strong. I'm going to give him a 7. Rodriguez, for me, in terms of Notts players, he was man of the match tonight. He was making it happen all over the pitch. He was tracking back a little bit. You know, he had probably our best chances on goal, really. So I'm going to give him a 8.5. He did actually get Player of the Month for November as well on Notts County Talk Twitter. If you didn't see that, head over to that. And up top on his own, Wharton. I thought Wharton did a good job tonight. You know, he was holding the play up very well, allowing the game to move around him. So, solid performance. I do think that's what Oddly sort of expects from him now, to sort of hold up the play, be in the right place at the right time. And he was that tonight. It was just a shame that no one could really capitalise when we were on top in that first half, like I say, and nick a goal. So I'm going to give Wharton a 7. And changes that came on, so Tom Walker came on for Enzio. I thought he looked quite dangerous. You didn't really see too much of him. He only got about 25 minutes. He came on about 65 minutes, 66 minutes. He did quite a crucial run down the line later on in the game. You can see that there's a good player in there, so it would be nice to see him get a run of games, which I think he is expecting or not. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. Jimmy Knowles came on. I'm going to give him a 6. Not really seen too much from him. And Jim O'Brien came on later on as well. I'll just give him a 6 as well, because I think other than the shot that he had late on, there's not really too much from him. But yeah, not the result I think every Notts fan were hoping for. And, you know, before the game we put a poll on our Twitter, and I think something like 70+% people thought the Notts were going to win the game. So I don't think it was a result people were expecting. Do we need to start capitalising when we're on top? Yes, we do. Am I happy with the performance? Yeah. You know, it was a 0-0. It wasn't a game where I felt bored, you know, because 9 times out of 10 when you're watching 0-0, it is quite boring. But you could see the way that we set up tactically, it was sound. Some of the football we're playing was some of the best football I've ever seen Notts play, really. The link-up play, you know, one-touch passing, it was really good. So it's promising signs, and you can see that we are heading in a certain direction. So I'm not disheartened that we didn't get 3 points tonight. A point on the road against, you know, quite a decent side. You can't really grumble too much at it. So let us know your player ratings in the comments, and please like and subscribe.